All right. We live? Yeah, we're live. All right, everybody. We are live. Today, we're moving the stream to Thursday. We're hoping to get a couple more people showed up. So it looks like everybody's kind of busy this week. Yeah. So what's going on with you, Oliver? Oh,
Still working on. Sorry, we're good.
look at that. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah. Still
Arnold's
work.
here. Hey, Arnold.
Hey guys.
Hey, Bleeker. Hey, Christina. Feeling beast. So yeah, uh, I guess this week is, unless somebody wants to run the show next week, I'm on vacation, so I'll be in Florida all next week. But I heard, um, well, I saw a video that was posted about the pop culture up in Sudbury. There, that was a big, massive lineup. Looks like it was successful stuff. How did Sarnia go for you? Was it Sarnia? Arnold?
Sarnia? Excuse me. No, it was Cornwall.
Cornwall, thank you.
Sorry, I just got in and I thought you were talking to Ollie all this time, but like
No.
Yeah.
yeah, no, Cornwall was went well.
Was a lot of people attending, or
Sorry?
was it a lot?
Not gonna, it was like last year we felt like last year was a lot more
Right.
cool. So I'm not gonna like hype it up and go, oh yeah, it was great, or blah blah blah. It's not right. So I want to be honest here. No, don't get me wrong. The organizers did a fantastic job organizing it and putting it together and all this. As always, we never really should fault the organizer if nobody comes because hey, not all the time. But anyway, so I think what also might have affected it was the fact that there was also that Montreal or Quebec con happening.
Oh, really?
They're fairly close. Like I mean, like okay, they're probably about an hour and a half away from each other type.
Right.
But so last year, you know, I don't think they were held on the same day. So this year, I feel like maybe that's what might have split the crowd a bit. So, but other than that, I mean, the show went well. It was great. Like, I still, I still moved a lot of my prints. Um, what else can I say about it? I mean, like, it was the usual. It was the usual like artists and vendors over there. So they were sorry, some familiar faces. Would I go back? Yeah, I would. I mean, Cornwall. Aside from like this year, the attendance was kind of a little bit, you know, um, less. I'm still gonna go back because it's always been like the organizers always like treated us really nice. Let's put it this way, and they've always been accommodating as far as like what we also want, right? So they're just
Yeah, you want to go. You want to support the organizer that
right,
that helps you out a little bit. So
and
it's
that's
good.
the thing.
It's
They're,
good.
they're they're good people to support. So I will definitely like go back next year. Like I believe Mike and I, yeah, we definitely plan on going back. So I mean, like there was some other cons happening over the weekend. I think there was that Expo Con, or no, the CK Expo Con as well too.
Yeah, the CK Expo down in Guelph or that area. Anyways, I
Right,
know that happened really well because my friend uh, Duke Comic Art was there. Um,
right.
Mm.
so I was trying to see if I can get him on tonight's show, but he's streaming tonight, I believe, or something like that on Whatnot. So
Oh,
I'll
okay.
try to see if I can like move it back to Wednesday, maybe the week after or something. Like get him on the show. We can actually talk to him and all that other stuff. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah.
So what
For
was
my
his feedback?
sorry.
What was his feedback on CK Expo?
I don't know. That's why I wanna
Oh,
bring him on the show. Usually, the first time I was at CK Expo, I was an invited guest, so I got a free table. It was a 1 day or 2 day show, I forgot. And
It
it
was
was,
one day, I would imagine. Sorry, just cut your thing.
yeah,
It's a 1 day show because I remember the organizer would always invite us, not as a guest or like it's just more like, hey, you want a table?
yeah,
But my issue at that time, since it was a little bit too far for a 1 day show, I didn't feel like it was worth going. So when he made a 2 day show like last year, like we actually went. Like Mike and I actually went.
yeah.
Sorry, you have
That's
to
cool.
clarify that.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. So, because I was trying to remember, I remember the year I was there. We're doing sketch duels and other stuff, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Their first year or second year, I forget, and it was pretty packed. So, and I think I was invited again this year, but it's just short deadline kind of stuff. Then that was it. I want to get him on and ask him how was the show. I didn't get to see a lot of photographs until if you go on the Facebook page, I'm sure you're going to see a lot. But I was hoping to see more people posting stuff on Instagram and all that stuff because I was grinding away this past couple weeks here. So I got all 50 Star Wars hyperspace cards out the door, like
Nice.
literally today, with like 2-3 hours of sleep.
uh,
So I'm running on Steam right now, right? It's scanned, submitted at the FedEx office now. It's on its way back down to Texas. Everything's the whole bit's all done. Then I managed to squeeze in the Stranger Things submissions. So yeah, I was invited for that one. So
mhm, mhm.
so I got an email for that. So yeah, that's pretty much my end. So Alia, I know you were finishing off Upper Deck, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's DC. That's
That's a DC. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Any other project that you're going to be working on after this?
Uh, for me, I have two sets to finish, but the other one is another one for Upper Deck,
Yeah,
but it's due 2 months from now, so I still have time.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're getting the Upper Deck stuff. I haven't heard anything from Upper Decks yet. So Texas, yeah, Fueling Beast, the tops, the when I work on a sketch card for tops, the warehouse or the distribution center for where the cards get drawn and submitted to goes down in Texas. I forget which part of Texas, but um, yeah, that's all I know. Like once we finish the card, Upper Deck sends us a box with the FedEx label and everything. So as long as we make the count, scan all the cards, submit all that stuff, everything goes back in the box. The FedEx labels all prepared. You just gotta put tape and run it out to FedEx, and that goes directly to. Then it goes down to Texas. That's where they rip open the box, take out all the cards, and I guess this is where they start doing the inserts or something like that. That's where they insert them into random packs for a lot of the sketch cards. And that's it. I mean, that's how that works. So we got. You guys got any con next week?
Yo, what? Sorry.
Conventions
Next week?
next weekend?
Oh, not me.
I know you guys got Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, this coming Saturday.
So this coming Saturday. Yeah. So anybody in the audience down in St. Catherine or Niagara Falls?
Niagara Falls, yeah.
Niagara Falls. It'll be at what's the comic book shop?
Freak show.
Freak Show. There you go, Freak Show Comic. If you guys are down in Niagara Falls, just drop by, say hi to Ollie and Arnold. You're gonna be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there
and
for
Mike is
Comic
going
Book
to be
Day.
there.
Yeah.
And Mike, nice. What are you guys gonna do? Like free sketch covers?
Right. Barry, get us in trouble. No, you know what? I'm pretty sure we're gonna be generous and give free sketches to kids. I'd say 12 and under.
That's cool.
I'd like to focus on that. I mean, I feel like that's what the event is for, right? For the kids.
Right.
But obviously, yeah, the comic book is it's a good, it's a good promotion for whether the company or the store itself, right? But for us, I feel like, yeah, I don't know, if the kids come, they want a free sketch from us. Hey, that's where that's where you can go and get them. So yeah, so that's gonna be my Saturday. Free show comic, with the boys, with Mike and Ollie. What about you, Rob? Are you doing any free comic book?
I will be on a big, huge cruise ship on Saturday.
Oh, right.
And I'm not paying for internet because internet's almost $300 for the whole 7 days.
What?
So, yeah. Because you're a captive audience, right? So you're on a boat. So everything's all nickel and dime. The hell, right?
Wow.
Right. So. The kids are gonna love it because it's the cruise line is called Icons of the Sea, and it's like a floating water park. You know what I mean? Hotel and the whole bit. It's kids friendly, right?
That's nice.
So it'll be like our first family vacation with the in-laws, my parents, and the whole bit, and all the grandkids, and yeah, that's really what it is. It's basically a big family reunion kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. Then I'll be back Saturday Sunday morning, anyways, the following week. Then everything's back to normal again. Then time to pay the bills.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure the vacation is gonna be all worth it. It sounds like a.
It'll be fun. It's the getaway. Like initially, if I didn't go on vacation, I'd be probably working on the new Tops something. Something Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Like Star Wars Galaxy, I think that was the set. So that's the new set. So they announced that Star Wars Galaxy will have 10,000 cards.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And minimum is like almost 100 sketch cards from each artist.
Wow.
And you had till the middle of June to finish. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna lose 2 weeks, right? Then just trying to finish all this stuff. I'm not gonna be able to. I think I can do 100 in like that amount of time, but it's just such a tight deadline for the amount of the stuff, right?
That's so tight. Yeah.
Just like trying to figure out, like, for the last set was called Hyperspace, and all I asked was 50 cards, and that was tough as it is, right? The 50 cards themselves weren't like it's not about drawing on the card, it's about what to draw on the card that take the longest.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, they gave you 5 planets, right? So you got like Mandalore, the easy stuff was Mandalore and Tatooine, right? And that was easy. You know, you got Jabba the Hutt, you got the little creature, you got those pigs uh, guards, you got you got all these wonderful bounties, and you can draw Boba Fett on the barge. You know what I mean? You can draw the pit. You can draw. So there's a lot of stuff to draw for Tatooine. Then Mandalore was again. You got all the Mandalorian guys. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All the clans, all the monsters, all this stuff. Then you run into things like Corona or Corella or something. That's the planet where Han Solo came from.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's very limited because there's no information beside Han Solo came from this planet, and they made a movie. Remember that standalone movie, Han Solo?
Yeah.
That,
Oh yeah.
but you know what I mean. And all you got was that. I mean, you got like a couple creature here and there, and it was just like, it was like barely enough info to fill out 10 cards, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Then you get into like I think the Lethal was a little easier at the end because it was in Star Wars Rebel, so it was a little bit better. But then you get to like Alderaan, you know, you got the exploding rock, right? So like, what am I gonna do? Like draw asteroids on all 10 cards? So I ended up like drawing Leia as a little girl, drawing Leia being held as a baby by the what do you call it? By the king or the whatever, the king and
Right.
queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leia as in New Hope, then Leia as in older Leia. Like I had 4 Leias just to fill that because there's nothing else. I mean, all you can do is draw like the silver shiny spaceships and maybe
Right.
the king and the queen, a couple guards, because there's very little like it's very little like info beside just what you saw on, was it Obi-Wan, the one with the TV series,
Right.
right? So that's what you run into is those kind of stuff. But I think going forward, I think the next set, I think I know what to draw more. You know what I mean? Like it's your first set,
Yeah. Yeah. I know you're feeling it.
right? It's like you got the Marvel and you got the DC, right? So we all know what we're gonna draw because we know that inside out. We know all the Marvel characters, all the DC
Mm-hmm.
characters, all the other stuff. But you get into things like I'm hoping to get the Stranger Thing. But the Stranger Thing, at least there's 4 seasons of the universe, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
like how many? Like you draw 11 at different stages. You draw Vecna. You draw, the girl that floats in the air, kind of thing. You draw. I mean, you got
Right.
all the characters and all the other stuff, and you got the creatures. You got the
Mm-hmm.
upside down. You can draw,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So you run into that, or did you do the Scooby Doo set?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. I finished it.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That was a fun. That was a fun. Fun set.
Yeah, I didn't get to do the Scooby Doo set. That would have been fun to do, right?
Did you ask for it?
No, I never got. Normally, you would get an email from them to ask for the stuff, so you get an invite, right?
I
So I
think
haven't
that's.
got any invites since back.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. So maybe I'm in their bad books or something. Maybe I drew Batman wrong or something.
No, it's more of like I think more of the style, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because I got an invite before to do the Looney Tunes
that's
or
cool.
the Space Jam. I mean,
Yeah,
but I turned it down. But I like to do Looney Tunes actually. Now that I finished the
Scooby-Doo.
the Scooby Doo, Yeah, it's fun to go back and do something different.
So, sorry, sorry, just to kind of like slightly go up thing. There's another show happening this weekend for pop culture. Um,
Peterborough?
it's going to be Huntsville.
Oh, Huntsville. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. David called me today. He needed some artwork done or something like that, so I just pushed it out to him real quick for his bags.
For Huntsville.
No, he has these pop culture kind of like VIP bags that you can pick up, like for the wrestling. So he has like
Oh, okay, got it.
he's got artwork on these kind of like their little shopping bags, right? What do you call it? They're not plastic. They're kind of like weaved fake. I don't know, like grocery bag kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And inside of it, you get water bottle, you get buttons, you get pins, you get program books for the wrestlers
Hmm.
and all this other stuff, right? You get packs of stickers and cozies and stuff as you buy if you buy a VIP ticket to enter the event. So he has
right.
those bags with the branding on it, right? So that's what I was doing for him because I made these wrestling program books for him
Hmm.
that goes
Okay.
around,
Oh
right?
wow. Okay.
So yeah, next time just ask for the wrestling. Take a look at the program. It's really good. It's all like the amateur guys. He's got some because David Pop Culture Stuff has he runs a wrestling thing um, that back in the 80s, some of it he sold to that now became WWE. You know what I mean, right? He used to work with like things like King Kong Bundy or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these guys, back then they were young. You know what I mean? They were
Yeah, yeah,
starting
yeah.
somehow, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, it was. So I made this program book where, there are a lot of new wrestlers and stuff, and if you ever get a chance, if you are, and if he's running a wrestling show and you got the night, you're not in a hurry to go home or you're gonna go see another one, just stick around and watch the show. Watch the guy assemble the ring.
Hmm.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know I thought the bottom of the ring was some sort of springy mat. No, they're like planks of
Hardwood.
wood, man.
Yeah.
Right? They got like very thin mat on those things, and these guys hit them like hard. I mean, they jump like 6 feet in the air just to do pile dive on each other and stuff like that.
Right.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if you don't know how to handle that kind of hit, that's injury right there.
Oh, yeah.
And most of these guys are from around the area. They just show up, right? I don't know what they get paid, but they want to be wrestlers, so they have
Yeah.
their personas, right?
Hmm. Right.
And hopefully they get popular enough and they become, they move up. It's like ranking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like amateur, then you become semi-pro, then you become WE kind of thing.
Well, I guess yeah. These guys, they're similar to us back when we wanted to like break into the comic thing, right? Like
Right.
you're getting the experience, doing these like indie shows, hoping that like you'll get um you'll get
Exposures.
covered by WWE whatnot, right? So
Mm.
so prop to them for putting their body on on the line, but like yeah, it is hard. Like you said, like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
those rings aren't just like your home sofa. This is like these are hardwood like surfaces, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I forgot to ask him to leave me a copy, so I'll show you guys. But yeah, the wrestling stuff is amazing to watch. even like it brings back a lot of memory as a kid, right? I used to watch with my dad on our black and white on Sunday, where it was, I don't know what it was. It wasn't WWE, it wasn't WWF, it was something else, right? I
Yeah.
remember watching The Animal. Remember watching was it what's his name, Andre the Giant, and
Yeah.
all these guys that before they got their own title, kind of right? They were
Yeah.
something else, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. And you watch these guys now as our age, like they're young and they're bouncing up and down for like 30, 40 minutes. And I'm like, holy crap, but I'm breathing hard.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely need the stamina to keep up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? I mean, that's when they're young, and my back hurts just watching them do what they're doing.
True.
Right? It's like there's no way my knee could take a hit like that, right? And
Yeah.
they're like throwing each other on tables too, right?
Right.
Like 6 feet
Yeah.
up and down. And these guys are getting up and they're, the whole works. I'm like, oh my God, like you really need to learn to land, because if you don't land correctly, you can snap your neck. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's it, right? Like that's what they train for.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Right.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I used to watch like definitely the old classic wrestling back then. Like I believe they were called WCW as well too. That was the competition.
yeah.
AW, I think or AW, all wrestling something. Anyway, so yeah, that's where like all those old school, like these guys like jumping from one federation or like whatever wrestling promotion, to the other. I guess based on their popularity or based on their
The
availability,
character that they developed.
right?
Yeah.
So, but no, I definitely was an old school. But right now, I guess I got out of it. I don't know. I kind of like, guess I got kind of tired of it.
Yeah.
So,
Same thing with me. I remember. I don't know if it's the same in the Philippines. There's a show called like a wrestling show called Wrestling in Hawaii.
oh,
Yeah, that's what they. That's my. That's what I remember. The earliest like wrestling show that I used to watch.
yeah,
That's cool.
that's where I think the Rock um
That
lineage came from. Like
yeah, yeah,
his grandmother used
right.
to run a wrestling camp down there,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think I've ever seen those ones. I've only learned about it just watching the Rock documentary.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how? What about you, Locke? Like, how hardcore were you back then?
I was a kid. Come on. I was like 15. I remember watching it. I was a Hulkamania. I was a hoaxster, or whatever you want to call it. I
Yeah,
watched
yeah, yeah.
first. Remember the first WrestleMania, or whatever that happened down at the it was at the CNE. I remember that, right? That was a big deal, right? Couldn't get tickets, couldn't get all that stuff, so I had to watch it at home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But that was a lot of fun. I was really, as a kid, you were really into it. You talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the schoolyard.
Right, right.
Uh, oh, he's gonna fight Andre the Giant, and there's no way, right? And we had
Yeah.
friends, right? And that was, you got what do you call it? You got Randy Macho Man. He was a heel one time. He was a hero another. Right, I remember his girlfriend or whatever at the time, always trying
Elizabeth?
to,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I mean, like his best match was definitely with. You guys can remember? I don't know if you guys remember the name. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yes, he was my favorite. That was the first
Mm-hmm.
one that really connected to me, because he was like the first Asian guy that I right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, he kind of looks like my dad.
With the long hair.
Yeah. Because my
Ricky the
dad was
Dragon,
a
he was my favorite.
stonemason,
Yeah,
right?
my
So
favorite
he
back
was
then as
built,
well too.
right?
Ricky the
My dad
Dragon.
was, yeah, doing stonemasing and all that stuff. So he was built, right? Like,
Oh yeah. Well, he's definitely one of the old school favorite. You know,
yeah,
like I said, I
Mm-hmm.
think his one of his favorite matches was definitely against Macho Man. Like I think
yeah.
they had a good match at one point, right?
Yeah, the wrestling days were a lot of fun. Now watching these guys at these events, and it's just like brings back a lot of memories, right? And watching the crowd go completely, that it's like 200 people, right? It was 200 people, the places, you got all the chairs around it. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
actually, by the time the good event starts, the beginning, it's kind of slow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then the main event at the end, everybody's standing up. There's nobody sitting down because everybody, you stand up and the people in front of you got to stand up, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff, right?
Right.
Have you ever seen a live wrestling show?
Yeah,
And,
David stuff. That's what
no,
I
but like
recommend. If
okay, yeah. Sorry. More.
if
I should have more again been clear. Like a WWE actual.
Yes, I have. I've been on tour for 2-3 weeks with the WWF at the time. It wasn't
Right.
WWE. It was WWF at the time with um, the broadcast trucks. So we were going from Houston
Oh no
to
way.
yeah. It was same event all the way up to LA. So the event would repeat every weekend.
Yeah.
So the first truck, the first rigs for the setups and all the stuff would appear at some stadium, for example, in Houston, Texas, right?
Right.
Then that as they're setting up there, the other trucks is already heading towards Dallas, whatever the next city is, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
as these guys were finished setting up, the other guys are starting to set up over there, right?
Right.
For the next weekend, the next weekend event. So it's
Mm-hmm.
same storyline. The cameras are all set up. So we're there for a whole week.
So you were
Uh,
part of that.
yeah, I'm just behind the scenes stuff. I was just monitoring the equipment. I was just they were buying what they call multi viewers. The screens in the back of the trucks where you see like all the little screens of the multi cameras and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were doing those for them where they were doing multi cameras. So I was running up and down where, I'm sitting next to the Undertaker and his arms is like the size of my
No
head.
way.
You know what I mean? Like those
Oh.
as they go through, like I wasn't allowed to take pictures of them, and they were going through their scripts. They're sitting next to each other, and they're telling, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and they're
Right.
just that was the kind of stuff. Or they would pre-shoot some of the scenes, like somebody's being angry at somebody, and they come through the stage, and that kind of stuff.
They were rehearsing.
Yeah, they were rehearsing all the scenes, but the wrestling itself is it's just amazing to watch live because these guys, like, on TV you don't notice how high the what do you call it, the ring is, right? Once they climb up there, they're like, but these guys are 6 feet, 6'4", 6'5" feet
Right.
tall,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they're jumping really high too, right? So if you see this, you're like, holy cow! Like, you would never see, like, I've never seen like a 300-pound guy jump like
Mm.
6 feet in
Right.
the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know Brock Lesnar, right?
Yeah.
Like from what I heard, he actually used to do like flips for somebody like him, who's like a big, like thick, huge guy doing
Mm-hmm.
flips in
Right.
midair. That's skill.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like it's nuts to watch these guys, and the thing is it's amazing the setups, the amount of money. I understand what that is, this I have some souvenirs from these events. I got some caps and some other stuff. I have little photos of from when I had the BlackBerry back then. So that's how long that is from my BlackBerry of the trucks and the behind the scenes and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
that was as far as like I was allowed to take pictures of, right? Because I wasn't, I was on contract. You couldn't take pictures of behind the scenes of like the setups and uh, the 1 week that I was doing the stuff was Ed McMahon was somebody was trying to assassinate him by sabotaging a stage that fell on him, kind of thing,
Okay.
as he was making an announcement on a podium. So they
Hmm.
had guys lying underneath the stage with a fireproof blanket because there's supposed to be a lot of sparks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one guy would trigger the stage, and the lights would like fall down. You know what I mean? On like because it's on like a kind of like a crane kind of thing that falls in one direction. It just doesn't randomly. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's rigged that way with all the sparks and the flames and everything, right? So yeah, those are the kind of stuff, and they had the EMT guys standing behind, ready to go, like just to run in real quick. Even though these EMT guys are just like the I don't know, the cast members, right? So it looks like real EMT,
That's funny.
but it was fantastic. It was
Yeah.
fantastic, right?
Like I mean, like I think Ollie, you remember that time when that wrestler came to? Actually, he came to my table and he actually got. Well,
A Gotham Cup.
I gifted him. I gifted him a print.
Oh,
Uh,
right, right.
I
And
think
Niagara Falls.
it was like what's his name? Wait. The world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. Yeah,
Oh wow.
Mark
yeah.
Henry came to my table. He was like eyeing my Thundercats. One of my Thundercat prints.
Hmm. Right.
And
Yeah, I
then
remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
I ended up gave it to him because like I would get more happy that he came to my table as opposed to me like going like yeah that'll be like $15. But
Hmm.
I feel like so hey I didn't get a picture with him, but I did take a picture of him just like with a big smile on his face as he's like holding the print. So I
Hmm.
thought that was a cool like moment right there.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. That was in Niagara Falls.
No, that was that was in no
Was
no
that in
no
Toronto?
that was in that was in Windsor,
Oh, Windsor. Okay.
right?
Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Niagara Falls. Ollie got lucky. He got to meet what do you call it? He got
Lou,
to go
Di-
to
Lou
huh?
Diamond Phillips.
Huh? Yeah,
Oh,
Lou,
do that.
Lou,
Do
yeah,
no
that.
way. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Lou is
yeah,
really good.
yeah, yeah,
He was Ollie was doing Ollie didn't realize that he was doing a commission for Lou Diamond Phillips' daughter.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, I did something. Yep.
So yeah, so it that perk of um doing tables at shows like you don't know if
Yeah.
you meet, right?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
looking
Right.
forward to going back to Niagara Falls this year. Just to hang around. Then I got a bunch of the combo community people who are gonna show up that lives around that area. So they're all gonna go show up and say hi. I got Bleeker who I did a cover for. So I put it in a frame. So what I'm gonna do is for the 3 days I'm gonna start putting that picture up and start trying to see if I can push the Kickstarter for him. With the
Nice.
QR
Hmm.
code and all that
Okay.
stuff.
Hmm.
Then the last day he's just come by, pick up the frame, and off he goes. Right. So that's what we're trying to do for that. So it'll be fun. Be fun. I need to look at the lineup. Did James posted the guests yet, or do you know for Niagara Falls?
Yeah, he's been posting guests already.
Any of the comic book people that we know, or
What do you mean that we know? Like
I don't know. Is it Mike Ruth? Is it Adam Gordon? Is it Paul? Oh, there, Nauman's here.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know about those guys. Like, I don't know. Like,
Hey guys, what's up?
hey, Norman.
So yeah, I don't know like any legends gonna be there. You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna bring like Jim Lee in or Will Spataccio or Todd McFarlane?
I don't
No.
know the big guys. But yeah, you know what? I don't know. Let me see if I can scope out quickly who they're bringing.
I'm
Oh,
just
you can
curious
bring Jim Lee?
Already.
because I got to bring some books, right? If I'm gonna if we're gonna be sitting in Artist Alley with these, got to bring some books, right? That reminds me, I got to see if Mike Ruth is gonna be there. I got to find that cover he did for Conan Savage Sword.
Okay, so as far as guests, well, we're talking about celebrities. Like, you got wrestlers. I don't think they announced any artist guests yet. But as far as celebrity guests goes, you got Robert England, um, Frightmare on it.
Yep,
So, yeah,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare,
Yep,
Frightmare, Nightmare on Elm Street. You got Michael Rooker. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
yep.
You got John Lovett, the Trailer Park Boys. Oh, also you got. Oh, if you want to bring something to the thing, um, they have the original Mutant Ninja Turtle cast.
Oh
Like,
no way!
not not the recent one, but the first movie.
Yeah, the first guys. Yeah,
Yeah, the first
yeah.
one. So all four turtles are gonna be there.
Oh, maybe I'll do the original turtle set on a sketch card and get them all to sign it or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So in
Right?
uh, on the side of that, there's also gonna be the Power Rangers. Three of the Power Rangers.
Yeah. Well, I know most of the Power
Pink and the
Rangers.
black.
Yeah, pink one, right?
Yep. Pink, blue, and black.
Yeah. The blue we know, the black I also know. I've seen them enough at the pop culture shows.
Oh, thanks,
Uh,
Christina. Thanks, Christina. She gave me a link.
Yeah. How you doing, Norman?
Good. I can't stay too long. Hey, you guys didn't give me a date, man.
Well, it was kind of like last minute, right? Oh, that's right, because for the interview there,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
oh,
right?
Yeah. No, I have to finish my set first, Norman. And once I finish that set that I'm working on, because I try to catch my deadline. Once I finish that, I can give you my a date.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I'm on the same boat. Like this month, I didn't realize this month was gonna be like packed for me as far as shows go. So I'm
Oh
preparing
yeah.
for a lot of shows. I think only one weekend this month is the only time I have off, but
Um,
it's gonna be used up for preparing for the other shows.
that's
So
okay.
I'll yeah, I think for me it would be better for next month.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
The problem is next month is no longer May is the uh,
Asian American month.
yeah.
Mm,
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
No
That's
worries.
okay, but I still could have you guys over for
Yeah.
this artist. I always have artists meet the artist series, so if you
Yeah.
cannot make it, no problem. As long as you make it one day.
One day. But thank you for the invite. Yeah, like, you know, for
You
me, even right now, quite honestly, and I'm not making excuses. Even for me right now, it's like it's a little bit of a struggle because as you
mm,
guys know, like my full time job is really it's really been killing me.
Yeah,
So between juggling that and the shows, like sometimes my brain just it just wants to kind of like shut down sometimes.
No
Um,
problem. I didn't mean to give you any pressure, man. I didn't mean to give you any pressure. Yeah.
well, thank you for
Yeah,
listening.
it's not Arnold. Don't worry about it because uh, Nauman will have you on Meet the Artists or something like that. So
Yeah.
that could be on any of the other shows and stuff like that.
I don't
The
want to.
Yeah, some of these shows you might want to go on anyways. They'll invite you on there. Like you'll be with like Bernard Chang,
Good.
um, John
Mm.
Boy Myers, those guys and stuff like that, right? You get to
Yeah.
meet them on air, kind of thing, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. They got a really great lineup from
Hmm.
Mhm.
K-pop junkie to otaku to almost everybody, and yeah, and they bring all these Asian American
Hey,
gas.
I was gonna have the best lineup with you guys show up, but you
That's
guys
right.
ruined it.
Now he has to settle with Jim Lee and
Yeah.
Will Tasio and you know all the other
Yeah.
all the second bit part guys.
Yeah. I have to bring the second stringers because you
Uh-huh.
guys.
Uh,
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple weeks for me. That's why
yeah, no, right?
it's deadline. It's deadline.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
deadline,
deadline.
deadline, 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 deadline.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels good that I kind of pushed out the what was it? The SpongeBob way
Hmm.
early. The Star Wars series way early. So that way I can just spend this couple weeks on vacation, and when I come back, then I can start figuring out what came in. I was hoping to hear back from Stranger Things, but I'll probably
Hmm.
gonna hear them next week, which I'm gonna be on a ship and no internet.
Oh, right, right. Oh,
I'll find out a week after when we make port to like on I don't know, one of the islands, one of the Caribbean islands or something like that. I'll find out.
hmm.
I'll go to like an internet
Yeah,
cafe.
right.
Stop making us jealous, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean jealous? I'm already almost up to 10 grand for the whole family. And I'm like, holy crap! You know how much 10 grand is? That's a lot of markers, man. That's that
Oh,
is a
wow.
box of Copic right there.
Look,
Yeah.
look is like thinking in terms of art supplies.
That's right.
It's
You
not
know
the
how
money,
many
it's art
Copic I can get for
supplies.
10 grand? I can get like a handful of 10. That's including tariffs. That including
Uh,
uh,
right.
how you guys handling the tariff? You feeling affected?
As long as we're not buying anything from the U.S.,
Mm.
that's the only issue. Like a lot of the like Copic is an American company, and price has
Uh,
gone up with those markers, even though they're being manufactured in China. Right.
yeah.
mhm.
That's the only thing. It so as long as
I didn't know Copec was American product.
I believe it's American product, yes.
Mm.
The thing that gets affected is like some of these companies to get around that is they do have um, like sellers websites and warehouse that are here in Canada, right?
Mhm.
So they don't get affected as much, but we're not going to see much of it till probably June when supply chains and all that stuff will come in, right? I mean, all I
Right.
know is like I went to my LCS already. Here, let me see. While you guys are drawing,
I'm sorry, there's all these the bad things happening to you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I got the new medieval spawn black cover,
Hmm.
right? So I got 3 of those that came in. I saw these. I didn't know they existed. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and not Naruto. I was
Naruto.
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naruto.
I was curious, so I picked up all 3 issues. I don't know how many issues there were. Oh, yeah, there we go. 3 issues.
I was hoping there would be a blank for that one, but I don't think so.
There might be. There might be. I saw this on the. Oh, see, I saw this. I don't know if this 6112. It's Batman. I don't know if it's a reprint, but it's a nice foiled.
Oh, you fell into the foil.
Oh, I love the foil shiny stuff. Anything shiny, I love. Right. I feel like the Lord of the Ring, my precious kind of thing.
Right.
That's what I feel like. So then of course I had to get, like, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's Red Sonja versus the Army of Darkness. So that's issue 1, right? Again, I really don't like the paper on the cover. It feels very yeah. Right? I'm hoping they improve that a little bit better. So, like, I always pick up 3 issues. This is what came in, anyways. This is what came in on my end of the sketch cover. There's only 2 sketch covers, but then I'm still waiting for the rest of it. So, I picked up the this Batman one here, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones, the 3 issues of. I just love that the line work on that, like the ink itself, right? Then, of course, I had to get the facsimile of Fantastic Four #1. This cover here. This is the iconic cover.
Yeah.
Right? I had to do that. Then, of course, Foily of Star Wars #1.
Far worse.
That's right. And look at that. And the non-foily, right?
I'm gonna erase everything. Sorry, guys.
Then, of course, then I had to pick up some distillery. I didn't know about anything of this, as long as it's by Shock. So I was curious. Yeah, it's called Gone, the series. I don't know anything about it. He's really good with the inking. I like he has this style of almost, it feels like he just splashes ink everywhere kind of look, right? Then I only found one of these because I'm waiting for the rest of them to come in. Action Comic #1 sketch cover.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Right? Look at the price.
That's the big one, right?
That's the big one, the giant.
Yeah, I thought they had a regular one, but yeah, they only have the thick one.
Right? And I just had to, I got last week I got the foiled version of that, right? And this finally came in, but I don't know why only one out of the pack that came in, right? So last week it was foil version of Superman number 233, I guess. That iconic cover of who did this cover? I'm trying to remember. It's very iconic. Neil Adam. There you go. Neil Adam, right? Breaking the chain. And here's the foil.
Oh, just Neil Adam, huh? Just Neil Adam.
Yeah. Here's the foil of Action Comic #1 at $14.99. Right? Then I got the regular issues. Then I couldn't help it. It's one of those where every time Jim Lee always gets me. Jim Lee always gets me with the fold out covers. Right? So that, like the Hush one where it folds out, like there's multiple pages of that. Then Ultimate Flash or Absolute Flash. Is it all Absolute Flash?
Absolute Flash, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you read it, anybody? Or
Nope.
No idea either. I just know that it's a sketch cover.
Oh, you're so obsessed with my second string, man.
Yeah. The thing with this is like, I'm supposed to get like 3 copies. I don't know why one came in. So it's kind of like random. It's just randomness that bugs me about the diamond situation,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, of course, the blank of the Black Man Hush, Batman Hush, 158. I was supposed to get 3 copies of this, and I only got the one. So I'm just waiting for the other ones to show up. I'm sure it's probably at the comic book store now by the FedEx guy or whatever as they show up, right? So yeah, that's my haul this week uh, of the covers and books that I run into, right? But the action one is what I always wanted. I didn't. I never like. It's one of those things where in my lifetime, I was never expected to actually open this up, right? Jim Lee
Right.
completes you lock, right? Like when are you ever going to be able to open the Action comic book #1, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. I don't even know what's in it, right? So these are kind of nice that they actually reprint these and produce these, right?
Yeah.
So it's nice to have, even though probably the story sucks to hell. But
Section number one.
yeah, Action comic #1, right? That
Yeah,
it's
it's not bad.
I know, but it's written at the time, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
written for
yeah,
that specific time. For us,
yeah.
it's when we read it, it's totally different. But
Mhm.
it's kind of nice to have because eventually I'm going to put these up on my wall and frame it somehow, right? And even with the foil action, it looks kind of cool, right? Gives it. But
Are you
yeah,
guys all comic? Are you guys all comic book fan or?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Oh. They Arnold's the one who picks up a lot of books. Arnold, or is it
What?
just sketch cover?
Am I? Did I pick up any books?
You're the one who picks up a lot of books, no?
Not this week. I haven't gone to my local comic book store yet.
You
'Cause,
say
yeah,
you the one who pick. You the one who pick a lot of books. You the one out of the three of you.
You're a big time collector, no, Arnold?
um, yes and no. I'm very like I'm very selective now of what I pick up. I think I told you that. I only pick up books that I find interest in the quality of the artwork. Well, my standard quality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
'Cause for me, I like to look for artwork style that resembles something that goes along the line with like Neil Adams or I like I said my favorite ones Ivan Hayes or Reese. Um, any of the like semi-realistic style as opposed to cartoony style.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't see that in the book, I skip it. Unfortunately,
You don't like you don't like that Scott guy. Scott, what is his name? The
Scotty
cartoon
Young?
guy. Huh?
Scotty Young.
Yeah, Scotty Young.
Not that I don't like it. It's just that it's not my cup of tea because it's like I want to learn something off the work as well too. Like Eddie Barrows, when I look at his stuff, I'm going like, wow, that's how he draws. I don't know the hand or the head. Like I'm getting anatomy lessons. But if I go to a cartoony, it's like I'm learning their style of exaggeration. So there's really no point for me.
Yeah.
Like maybe back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You think you could catch those easier?
sorry.
You think you could catch those cartoon easier than the other art?
Sorry, I don't. I don't. I'm not. I'm not
You think
understanding.
you can learn those Scott Young type art easier than the other ones?
Oh, Naman says, do you find are you saying like do you find Scotty's Young art a lot easier?
No,
Uh, or that compared to the other artists' stuff?
Okay, it's too stylistic for me to learn off from. Like again, I'm giving him prop for the style that he has and the quality that he produced. But it's something that I can't really like learn off from when it comes to like realistic anatomy. Like
Yeah, it's
when I look at Neil Adams stuff, I know it's like it is exaggerated to a certain degree, but you can still see the foundation of figure drawing in his work.
yeah.
Do you guys like Jack Kirby art?
I love Jack Kirby art. That's how I learned a lot of the exaggerations, the punches, and all the other stuff.
Mhm.
But my favorite, like the stuff I gravitate towards is something like Frank Frazetta or what's his name, Will Eisner, kind of like that kind of
Mhm. Mhm.
like he has this dynamic. I don't know. It's just very his stuff, right? Some people love Scotty Young's artwork. I mean, some people gravitate towards him. You know what I mean? They like that style, the cute, chibi, cartoony style, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think art is I don't think those kind of art is like a whole comic book worthy.
Yeah.
Like maybe strip or something. You know what I mean?
Well, depending on what it is, right? It fits to what it is, right? I mean, if he's drawing Jeff the Land Shark's comic, I think it'll be
Yeah.
perfect, right?
Mhm.
If he's drawing, like, if a whole issue of Scotty Young is Spawn, right?
Yeah, that'd be.
I wouldn't read it because it's not it's not something I would recommend. Like, it doesn't fit my style because I grew up Spawn being gritty. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mhm.
Being
Yeah.
stuff,
Exactly.
right? So Scotty Young stuff is very humor, punchline. I mean,
Mm.
if he was doing stuff from Mad
Or
magazine, I
Disney,
love that.
or
It
something.
fits, right?
Disney, Howard the Duck. Even Howard the Duck,
Yeah. Those like Scotty Young would get more of a humor. Like I see him in the same line if he's gonna do the Marvel universe. As I don't know if you guys remember this artist back then, Fred Hembeck. Do you remember him?
Uh,
Lost
Not familiar with. Yeah.
or Namen or anybody?
yeah,
No,
so
not me.
What do you say? I couldn't hear you.
His name is Fred Hembeck.
Oh no, I don't know.
I'm
Like
trying to remember.
he'll yeah, his style is definitely very cartoony, more caricature like of the the Marvel universe. Or did they do?
Yeah, it's kind of like Serigo. Remember the Guru, the Barbarian kind of thing? Remember that?
Kind of,
Mhm.
kind
Yeah,
of, yes, exactly. But obviously in his style. And I always find like the writing and the humor of the book that he gets involved with. I actually find them funny because like there was one book, I think it was called Fantastic Four Roast, where they did
oh,
their
I remember that. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So Fred Hembeck did I believe he did the whole book there, and then the Marvel superhero community were like they were roasting the Fantastic Four, right? So I
Yeah.
thought the way they wrote that book, it was like I was like I was enjoying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like some artists and stuff like that. Like, like if 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 you get like I don't know, if you get somebody who has a different art style, that's why there's like the art directors or the editor who picks the style that goes
Right.
specifically with the comic. Sometimes a hit, sometimes a miss, right? Scotty Young
Mhm.
always bring that humor that I always love about his covers. It's
Yeah.
very basic and it's
Yeah.
very you know what I mean? It feels basic, but there's a lot of technique in it, right? It looks very
Right, right.
basic, but he honed his skill down to what he does, right? I mean, if
Right.
you throw him on, I don't know, Squirrel Girl or something that has a little bit more humor, and that will work. Jeff the Land Shark is probably going to be, for example, the best example of that. His stuff is very animated looking kind of stuff. But, if you throw him on like a vertical comic like the Sandman, I don't know. I don't know. Right?
Well,
Right?
no, they would have to write. They would have to write that as a parody or a humor book.
That's right. That's right. Like you can't see that style in a Spawn book or a black what's it called, a Batman Hush
Right.
book. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it.
So they would have to utilize the style to the, I guess, to the feel of the book or to the.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I would love to see him do is do the Scotty Young of, like, I don't know, Batman the Killing Joke or something like that, or right.
And you know who'd be like, pair him up with Peter David.
Oh yeah.
Peter David, he's got some good humor writing in his story at times. Well, yeah, no, I get where you get to come from. Again, I'm not hating on. Oh, somebody made a comment there. I just thought I saw.
Yeah, he had a few dozen red sketches and stuff like that, which is kind of right. He picked up a what's it called, Hembeck's
There
Super
you go.
Skull sketch, so that's kind of nice,
Oh
right?
no,
Yeah, there was a lot of like a lot of the good stuff. I mean, the art style will fit the book, right? It's just trying to get the people involved and what's
let's
in
put
the
it this
book.
way. Okay, there's one. There's a couple artists right now that's kind of like this is me. I feel like they're bordering cartoony slash semi-realistic, but they're the artists that I would actually pick up the book. Um, Dan Mora,
Mhm.
And more, yeah.
like I love his work. Like, yeah, he's kind of like on the edge of like cartoony, but still for me, I feel like I can learn some anatomy stuff from him. Like his style is like it. I just and his storytelling. I love his storytelling. So Dan Mora is one of them. And Jorge Jimenez.
Oh yeah, Jorge.
Yeah, or yeah, yeah, I love his work too.
Yeah, I like his stuff.
Like those guys are very style. Well, especially Jorge with his thing. He's very stylish, but for some reason I gravitate to it.
I see.
Whereas, what's his name? We're just talking about Scotty Young. It's a different, it's a different feel for me.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I mean, like, if I saw Scotty Young doing Hellboy at the time, right? I think that would have freaked me out because the first time I saw Hellboy in Mike Magnolia's style, I thought that was amazing. I thought that was just perfect, right?
Right.
Like, I can't see Hellboy outside that. You know what I mean? Like, we seen the different variant covers and stuff like that, but the book itself is just that black and white, that technique that he developed,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
It worked. It worked for that kind of book, right? But that again, it's like most artists. Sometimes they want specific style for that story and stuff like that, right? Like when I was doing the cover for Niobe Comics, there, right? Like I tend to draw based on like what we learn in anatomy and stuff, right? Then now I have to draw bad girls, and at the time I'm like, "Ugh," right? I'm drawing them with like they have rib cages and internal guts and stuff, and
Yeah.
Niobe Comic came back going, dude, you gotta channel your inner Scott Campbell, right? These girls don't eat, they don't have like internal organs there, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn it. Right, so you gotta match the style for that book
Right.
sometimes, right? And that's the same thing for any cover I work on. It's like, okay, so what is the mood of the book? What kind of style are you guys looking for? And I try to match that with the look and feel for it, right?
Mhm. Right.
Spawn kids, every spawn was fun to run. Yeah, right? Sketch card. There we go. Yeah, that's right, Jay. Damn, those girls are hungry. Right? You seen this? I remember when Scott Campbell showed up at Fan Expo. I had to buy those little sketchbooks of his. Right? Have you seen those little sketchbooks?
Yeah, I have them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have. Yeah.
yeah. I love them. I love them. I
Oh
love
yeah.
seeing the line work. I love all that stuff. Right? You know, you got to crack them open. I was like, oh yeah, his waists are like thin, right? And but you know, as an artist who used to draw a certain way, when you have to try to draw in somebody else's style, like your brain automatically tries to fix the thing, right? I
Right.
mean, Scott Campbell has that. He's automatic. I mean, have you seen him sketch? He's just quick. He's got his center line, he's got his poses and stuff like that, and he just quicks. He knows where everything is. But that's the way he's been drawing for years, right?
Right.
That's why sometimes I don't like drawing Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has this thing where his anatomy doesn't fit. You know, when he does those cool flying through the air with his leg up and all that stuff, right? But you know, when you think about it, it's like, man, his muscles shouldn't be stretching like that. Right? So you got to get used to that. I think that's the only thing you got to adapt to as an artist, right? You try to match everything for a certain feel and certain stuff, right? I like my girls thicker.
Nice.
Like you what?
I like my girls thicker.
Thicker?
Thicker, yeah.
You like
You,
them
know,
thick?
you think guys draw their mates?
What was that, Naman?
You think guys draw their mates?
Do they draw their mate?
Their wives, their girlfriends?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of it is inspiration somehow, right? You draw based on what is around you, what is, right? A lot of the time, like, you draw from experience and the people around you, right? That's how things are done, right? Like, but we also put in our own styles and stuff. Ollie, what was that cover there you were working on?
Oh, this
screen. Oh, Thundercats. Nice.
Thundercats, yeah.
Is that a commission or is that a?
No, just beating up my blank covers.
Yeah, I got to do the same. Got to do the same. Starting next or after next week when I get back, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to start filling out the sketch covers to get them ready for Niagara Falls. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to ink and color this too.
Yeah. And Arnold.
I'm just doodling.
You're doing. I saw you did the other one. Well, did you finish the other one already?
Oh, the Firestorm one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. That looks great.
Thank you. But I'm just doodling because honestly, I'm like nothing really coming top of my head. So I'm just like, hey,
yeah, that's you draw until something comes to your head, right? Kind of thing. Yeah. What are you working on there, Nauman?
I'm still working on the same thing.
Trying to get. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Being choked to death.
Yeah, I'm trying to draw bigger so that because I'm having a hard time making it smaller.
Yep.
So I'm trying to draw bigger. Then after I learn how to draw big, maybe I'll go down to drawing little.
The bit. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to finish a bunch of stuff off.
Careful.
I got to get more sketch covers. Start drawing all those.
Sorry, I didn't see you guys. I was busy drawing.
Big Brother Spinal. What I'm waiting. Let's see what else I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the book from the comic curing cancer stuff.
Hmm.
So they got the art book all printed, I guess.
Nice.
So waiting for that. When Naman, do you know when HeroCon is?
Sometime in June, but I'm not going to be able to go. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
everybody's talking about it, and I'm so freaking jealous. Everybody's. I mean, everybody. I mean, because I'm in the community, right? So everybody's
Right.
talking. No, you going? You going? I go, no. So it's really kind of upset because I can't go.
Wait, what show is this?
It's called
Heroes
Con. Is it Carolina? North Charlotte or something Charlotte?
No,
What was that again?
North Carolina, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
North Carolina.
Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
So it's it's a huge con. It's called Heroes Con. A lot of the YouTube community people are going to be there. They're going to be premiering the Comics for Curing Cancer art book officially there. I guess they're going to be showing off some of the original art. Yeah, for that event. Let's see what else. We got Niagara Falls. We got
Niagara Falls. Wait, what else? I know I have some other stuff for. I have a few. Not a few.
I could show off this.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. So this is the art book from last year.
Ooh.
Nauman participated.
Austin, that's Austin May. Let me see if I could open this up.
It's an art book. So this is the Comics for Curing Cancer. So it is a event that is held and run by the American Cancer Society.
Right.
So you got all these YouTube community and these artists who submit artwork into a comic book.
This is all of us here.
Oh yeah. Wow.
And where am I? I can't even see my name anymore. Where my freaking name? What, they hide my name? Oh, here, this way. This is. Oh, there it is. A comic book one.
There you go.
Yeah, that's 15.
So they all submit artwork.
So is this only for the American?
Yeah, I mean,
no. I think Loki's invited to do it.
Yeah. I have a artwork in there and all that stuff, right?
How do you get in on this? Like,
I'll send you an invite next year if you want to get into it. So you get a copy of the book and you donate either the original art or the artwork itself into the book, and people who purchase this book, the money and the proceeds go directly to the American Cancer Society.
Nice.
This is mine right here.
Oh wow, good job.
Yeah. See, Nauman knows how to draw. It's just
Did you produce did you color, ink, pencil, all that?
I did the ink. I did the penciling. And then I sold that. I mean, I donated that pencil drawing. Then I used Procreate to color it.
Yeah.
Procreate the ink and color it.
Nice.
So
So this is I don't know if you guys noticed it, but this is wait.
Yeah, we can see.
There, right there. So this is a I've matched two Warlock, Adam Warlock, and that's a Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And they're inside the body because it's a
Mm.
cancer. So they're killing the cancer cells right now.
So that's pretty much a theme. That
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there.
All the
You know,
cancer.
you don't really have to follow the theme. You can just do fan art or something like that,
Okay.
right? And I submitted. Remember that big painting of the Goblin Queen?
Right.
So that original acrylic painting. So that's on a 12 by something.
I was going to draw this really detail in there.
Yeah.
So there's actually Adam Warlock in there.
Nice.
Huh.
Wow. There are some good pieces in here. Ooh, that Swamp Thing looks nice.
Something pretty cool. Huh? Hey, there's a Scott. What's his name? Kyle.
Well, that's a pretty cool cause
Yeah.
to support and raise awareness to.
Yeah. And then they sold these on at the what is it? Heroes Con.
At Heroes Con, yeah.
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 So you get you get your name out there. You get your name out there.
Yeah. Well, that's a cool I guess, I don't know, incentive.
Well, I mean, we raised over 60. We raised last year. We raised every year. We've been going up. We raised like $60,000 last year.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So last year, that was my first year participating, and I was on a live stream with K-pop, and we were up till, I don't know, God knows what time in the morning. And I just kept taking on commissions.
Donated commission.
Right. So we ended up doing a lot of commissions and stuff like that. So it's like this live. It's like what we're doing now, but there's a live auction aspect to it. And I believe that was Jay was involved with it too. We had a lot of fun. Jay did this thing where he was auctioning off stuff and he kept. I mean, he's got this magic where he just like kept bringing these people into like bid a little higher. Just he's like, it's only an extra $5. Just do it. And he, all right, I'll pay $5. Then he's like, now he's like, oh no, you know what? It's an extra $10. We kept bringing it up. It was fantastic. It was so, when you're tired and you're like, when Jay takes over, he's just like.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Again, it's for a good cause.
Oh man,
it's a lot of fun. I think the next event is I believe it's October is when they do another. That's when that's when we're all gonna get back to. But this time I'm gonna only do like maybe 5 commission. That's it. I'm gonna raise the price for a little bit. Right. So yeah, I'll make sure you get an invite there, Arnold, and if you guys want to participate, right? So it's like 100% of the proceed directly goes to the American Cancer Society. So the way it works is you would put either existing artwork or commission up for bid, and people who show up, and either you draw a live stream or they do auctions live stream. Then what happens is whoever wins, take that winning bid, goes to the American Cancer Society donation page, and they would donate that amount. And,
that's nice.
And they would have to send proof to the organizer. The organizer would take that. And what happens is you would, as an artist, you would pack that up and would mail directly to the organizer, right? He'll pay you back for the shipping and the whole bit. Right. then he mails it out to the person who win the bid. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
And they'll have artwork. They have rare pop culture stuff from comic book to like all sorts of stuff.
I'm an amateur, but it felt good that someone bought my art, then that money went into the donation. So
That's nice.
Well, no, that's nice that you participate as well too, Naman. So
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, K-pop does this verification stuff. I mean, she's amazing. She's got this spreadsheet.
I didn't get a payback, Ryan. I think look at the special deal. I didn't get it.
I didn't get any. I just submitted and I said, here, this is my thing, right? So yeah. You have to talk to Rob about that. But I came in really, really late. I was almost a month and a half behind by the time I finished all the commissions. That was packing it all, sending the states and all that stuff. Thank God before this was tariff things that happened. Right? I wonder how much that would have cost.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, just that's what's happening with the event. That it's a great cause, Comic for Curing Cancer. I don't know how that works up here. For like instead of going to the American Cancer Society, you would go to like the Canadian Cancer Society or the UK Cancer Society or something like that. I don't know how that works for them like that too, right? But it's mostly run by these comic book community guys, and yeah, it's a great little fun event. It's fun just to hang out and draw and like what we're doing now, kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you're helping out.
Yeah.
no, it's always nice to like support a good cause. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you recall, Locke. Like I ran my own charity event, Sketches for Pledges.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes, you were doing that. Are you still doing it again or
Hey
no?
guys, it's getting late for me. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Hey, whenever you guys got time, let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah.
Okay, have a good
All right,
one.
Naman.
Yeah.
See you, Norm.
See you, Naman. Have a good night, man.
Have a good night.
What's up?
Chicanian. Curing cancer.
Canadians, what?
Starts with an S. Cicadian.
Sorry, I'm not really looking at the monitor, but like I just caught that a glimpse of
Yeah. I'm just tired. I'm running on steam right now.
Oh no, I'm on the same boat. Like I said, like I don't want to complain, and I'm trying not to, but like, yeah, my full-time job right now is a little bit stressful.
Yeah.
Just to quickly give you an idea, put it this way: like nothing is working, and I work based on because I do support, so it's a ticketing system.
Oh.
So before everything went down the drain, like maybe I only had maybe less than 10 tickets that I'm dealing with, and with the system being down right now, it's going up to 50, and I can't even touch it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it's like once the system's up again, like I'm dealing with like a lot of tickets that I gotta like support, and like, I'm not really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I get it. I get that. Yeah, everybody's running on fumes right now. Just finished off everything before. The thing with the Star Wars stuff was, like, I was like, yeah, I didn't look at I didn't look at the submission dates and the finish date, and it happens to be on the day that I just returned from what do you call it? From vacation. I'm like, fuck. That means I got a week. I got like I got to finish these fast, right?
Wow.
You did one card, you did another card, and you kind of put it aside because you got I still got 3 weeks or 4 weeks left, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Then out of the blue, Top sends you an email. Hey, do you want to do SpongeBob? I said, God, yeah, sure, right? And you take that on, and that adds up.
That's up to
Right.
you, man.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to say no in certain cases.
Well, yeah, because
Then
you want to try it out. You want to like see if you can actually pull it
yeah.
off, or you know.
So that was a thing. It was like sacrificing one project over another. So I just ended up like not posting anything for a whole week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just grind, 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 grind,
Mm-hmm.
grind. Get it out the door. SpongeBob's done. Then, right? Then okay. So back to Star Wars. I'm drawing Star Wars, and you run into sometimes you run into a wall because you keep running into that wall instead of like, hey, I just walk around it. You know what I mean? You just like
Mm-hmm.
instead of that, you just keep running into that wall, right? It's like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, it's like, hey, oh yeah, right. I'll just walk around it. When I walked around, it's like, oh yeah, now it's a lot faster, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the drawing part that I find tedious. It's coming up with the idea
Yeah.
on what to
Oh
draw,
yeah. Right.
right?
Yeah. Even like the characters to draw.
Yeah, yeah. So I always end up making a list. Then I go through all this stuff. Okay, so I got my list of characters. All right. So now what? What do we do? Do we need a background? Do we don't need a background? Do I, the lighting
Mm-hmm.
scenes and stuff. Once you lay pencil and paper down, then everything goes a little faster. So I start doing, I have my little boards of. So I have my little boards, and I would tape everything down. I would do a sketch,
Mm-hmm.
put that aside, do the next sketch, put that
Right.
aside, and I go with
Yeah.
micron, and I do the micron, I do all the microns, I do all the microns,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
okay, then I got my skin tone markers out. I'm doing all the skin tones,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh.
right? Because originally I was planning the crack open the airbrush and do paint the background with a spray. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that means I gotta cut mask out. I gotta cut. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Every one,
Right.
right? And especially for
It
50 cards for a tight
takes
deadline.
takes time. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So that's where I ran into the situations. Then yeah, then like literally just like last week, it was like, hey, do you want to do Star Wars Galaxy? But minimum this time is 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's June, the second week of June, right? I'm looking at it. Wait. This is how many? May is 4 weeks in. I'm losing 2 weeks of May, so I got a month to turn around 100. And it's like, why? Like, why are you guys giving me such a tight deadline? Why can't you just give me like 3-4 months head start?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if they're artists themselves, but like sometimes when you're not an artist, you think that like things just come off the pencil like magic.
Well, like what you're doing right now is just randomly doodling until something kicks in, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But and this is why they I don't know if they have any sympathy as far as like deadline goes, right? They just want the finished product.
Yeah, that's what happened. What's his name? There was earlier he was posting. Jeffrey Darcy saw one of my cards that I did on eBay there, the Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
That's not cheap, man. That's going for like $200-$300
Yeah.
on eBay. And I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, right. I want to bring Duke Comic Art on. He just finished the Topps X-Men 97
Yeah.
stuff. One of his cards going for $2,000 on eBay.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, you know what? I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he does do quality work.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just I'm going like, dude, let's go and bid up the price a little bit more. I'm sure you're the
Uh,
one who put it
uh,
right.
buying your own stuff.
Yeah, buy your own stuff. Like literally, I'm looking at. So I was talking to the LCS, the local comic book shop guys, this week, and I said, okay, I want to send some of my cards out for grading, and they go, oh, no, you can't. PSA is just suspend all grading for
Card?
Canada
Mm.
due
Oh.
to tariffs,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they're not accepting any new grades and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so who's the other company? So there's a Toronto-based company called Mint MNT
Mm-hmm.
Grading. So
Yeah.
they're here in Toronto, so that's kind of cool, right? But they're not as big,
Okay.
right? So what I want to do is send out some of the cards that I've done for grading,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see I want to talk to some of these grading companies where I want to be able to look for like when they grade it. I've seen slabs where there was like a panel card where
Mm-hmm.
there's two of them like that. So it's like 5 inches by 3.5, right? I want to know where they get that,
Right.
right? The reason for it is I want to print my own cards
Mm-hmm.
that are dual and provide that in a slab, right? Because right now
Mm.
all I can do is just throw this in a top loader and mail it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Oh,
That's it.
sorry,
Nice.
guys, I'm not really feeling it tonight. I think I'm done. I don't know. I've been pumping out some prints for upcoming shows, and whew, I think it's really exhausting me at the moment right now. I think I really need a break.
Yeah, yeah. You need to
Mm-hmm.
step away for a bit. That's the thing. I was hoping Michael would jump on.
Yeah, I thought I thought Mike make this year. This week.
Mike, not to make excuses for him, but like I know he wasn't really feeling well. Also, during Cornwall, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Affecting him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on a personal, I don't. Well, you know what? No, I'm not going to share that one. I'll share it offline. But
Yeah,
no, I'm pretty sure he would have wanted to come.
yeah. I know he's
Mm-hmm.
busy. I know he's busy. I was trying to get Duke Comic Art on.
Yeah.
Um, then I was hoping maybe Hugh would have some time, and I'd love to see him come on and do some artwork and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, he'll be fun. He he brings in so much energy when it comes
Yeah,
to this kind of thing.
try to get Hugh. Maybe we'll run into a couple old friends and stuff. I was trying to see if I can get Paul.
Yeah. So
Paul's.
yeah.
I love to talk him about some painting techniques
Mm-hmm.
on Paul's side when he does some of the. I know I saw some stuff he's doing on leather. He's painting on leather, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting. Um, so I think I saw the last one I saw. He was painting Psylocke
Yeah. Right.
on
On what?
leather. Yeah, that's interesting to see, and have a chat with him. Um, I'm gonna try to see if I can reach out. Like I know Casey Parson is on tour. I think he's doing all these conventions and stuff. I'd love to get him on one night though. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you got to see him when he. Remember, first time we met him was at Gotham.
Yeah, when he's doing the sketch battle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know it sucked because I
Yeah.
lost to him, right? Because he just painted that one out real fast, and I had the black and white.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat somebody with color, man.
Well, I remember the sketch battles. Like that's the one sketch battle I wanted to see. Paul and Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Casey's pretty fast though. Casey,
Yeah.
I've seen him. He whip out some stuff pretty fast, right? Right. This time, I know going in, I would probably bring out the watercolor too. right? If
Right.
right, or even just bring up my bucket of Copic.
Uh, so talking
Right.
about Carlos from Gotham, I know he wants to bring back the sketch battle in some shape or form. Um, but I think right now he's just struggling because he's got so much things he's doing at the store. It's such a big store, and he's offering a lot of services that like he definitely needs a dedicated social media person.
Right.
Right.
One thing
Yeah.
he's been lacking for a long time, like forever, right? Like
Wasn't
Hmm.
didn't he get
never had
Joanne to do some of this stuff before, or what happened to Joanne?
sorry.
I know Joanne got married. No, Joe wasn't it Joe or Joanne was doing some of the stuff before? Was it Joe?
No any. But
Uh,
anyway, but right now, so I think he's got his girlfriend. Carlos has his girlfriend helping him like do do a lot of the event type thing, right now or
right.
at the event.
Yeah. I know
Um,
it's busy season, right? I know the comic book free comic book day. Everybody is this weekend,
yeah,
so make sure you hit the free comic book day. Hit the store, support the local artists that's there. Buy some artwork from them. Buy some books from them if you can. Bring the kiddies. Even if you don't have kids of your own, just bring them. You know, and get
exactly. So yeah, all the comic book stores are it's out there. They're giving away free comic book, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like their own like guest artists to do free sketches, like just like what Freak Show's doing.
yep.
Gotham definitely has artists coming over. Yeah, so I think it's a good. This weekend's gonna be a good day for a lot of the retailers
Yeah.
promoting free comic book day.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I mean, if you guys, if everybody out there, just it's Saturday, and they do it usually over the weekend, right? It's not Friday, right? It's usually Saturday.
No, it's just Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
just
Yeah.
first,
Saturday, just Saturday, and anything trickle over is on a Sunday. That's the dead day, but usually a Saturday. So definitely, if anybody's out there, remember to hit Free Comic Book Day. Bring some kids, even if you don't have kids your own. Kidnap them. Bring a panel van and go. Hey, kids, you
no,
guys want some comics? Get in the van, right?
okay, let's not go there. But what I'm but you can also what you how you can sell it is that bring the kid in you.
That's right. Bring the kids in you. That's right.
Bring the kid in you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, hey, bring back the good old times. In the innocent days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Any specific book are you guys looking forward to for Free Comic Book Day?
I haven't really seen, or I
Yeah.
don't know what the list
Me
or what
too.
we're coming out with.
I know. Me too. Me too. I don't know what's. I'm not gonna be around. That's the thing, right? Saturday, yeah, I'm not gonna be around for Free Comic Book Day. So yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
miss another day.
other than the free comic book day, since we're throwing shout outs, um, so Gotham Central Bash or Summer Bash is coming. Are you
Yeah.
are you participating, Flock?
I don't know. I don't know what date that is.
No, I know when it is because I'm actually helping out with well, I helped out through the posters and the promotion. So it's gonna be happening on June 28th and June 29th.
Okay, that's
Um, he's gonna
we.
go definitely bigger. Every year he goes bigger. Like Carlos is,
Yeah,
throwing in as many I guess activities or 'cause he it's almost like it's almost like a little mini con. He's
yeah.
got these
I
artists.
remember. I remember. Does he have the room for parking and all that stuff again, or is he gonna get some
Well,
angry
so
neighbors?
that's pretty much what the event's being held on the parking lot, right? So
Yeah,
he's just clearing the parking lot, asking his neighbors if they can kind of like, hey, do you mind if I, have
yeah.
big
Take
ass,
over.
big ass tent in the middle of the parking lot and have my people here. Um, So yeah, as usual. Well, not as usual. It's gonna have live wrestling. He's gonna have the cosplayers. He's gonna have artists, door prizes, and all this. Um, and I'm not gonna, I don't want to think, but like I know he's aiming to definitely bring in actual celebrities.
Really?
I can't name names yet until it's fully confirmed, but he's working on it.
Does that celebrity happens to be on Smallville and she's really cute with a smile?
I wish. I
Wait,
wish.
wait, wait, wait! You
But
can't bring that. Don't you have like a restraining order against her or something? Or
exactly. Yes. Hang on. If I can share that, yes.
there you go. There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
That is a
Over
great.
there,
That is a great.
but restraining order right there.
That's right. That is
That was
worth. That is worth it.
that was my third picture with her, and that's why the restraining order kicked in.
That's right.
I met her already. Like that was my third time. So
yeah.
Third time's I guess the charm. So she pulled out the restraining order on me.
That's right.
No, it was all good fun. It's funny because
I know. We know that.
Yeah, but how that came about was funny because I'm going, okay, what else? Anyway, came up with a restraining order, and it's funny because I had this whole speech as to why I wanted her to hold the restraining order. Like I was practicing my line because, you get nervous, right? Blah blah blah. But honestly, all that came out of my mouth when I finally had my chance to, present her with this thing. It's like, hold this, like 2 words.
Yeah.
I had like 2 paragraphs on how I was gonna, get her or get her involved or get her to know like what behind this. But 2 words just came out of my mouth, and that was like, hold this. She looked at it, okay. But no, that was fun. It'd be cool if you joined the summer bash. Lock.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I know Ollie's already thinking about it.
Yeah, but that's our birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's somebody's turning 54 this year. Jesus.
Sorry?
On the excuse me. On the 26th. Somebody who has 2 thumbs is turning 54 this year.
Somebody's turning 54?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I am on the 26th.
Oh, really? 26?
Because every time the summer bash happens,
It's on your birthday?
It's on my birthday.
Wait, no, but it's on June 26th?
June 26th.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you can show them that, old dogs can show you new tricks.
Yeah, that's right. It really
Right.
is all dogs. I'll see all my wrinkles. Carlos might kick me out.
Sorry, that's the kind of thing we're all old dogs, all right? But no, you know what? Yeah, maybe you can celebrate your birthday there too. I'll ask Carlos to bring the clowns and balloons.
That's right.
I
I am the clown.
Oh.
think we're all clowns. But
Yeah, we're all clowns now, right? So yeah, I mean, it's just what a week, right?
Guys, I'm about to go now.
Yeah, we're cutting it long here, guys.
yeah, we're running on steam
Right.
here. Sorry,
Yeah.
Thanks.
Just last thing, I guess. Ollie, you got anything going on, or
Pre-comic day will be at Tiger Fall Freak Show Comics,
in Niagara
and then Niagara Falls, yeah. And then I'm just finishing some sets for Upper Deck. Usually I post my finished sets when it comes out.
Yeah, so
So
just keep an eye
yep,
out for that. Yep,
yeah, keep an eye on that. Yeah.
yep. All these socials and stuff like that is in the show note. And you, Arnold?
Me, what do I have?
Yep,
Conventions galore. So
yeah.
this weekend, aside from the freak show, um, event, uh, free comic book, so that's on a Saturday. But Sunday, I'll be in Huntsville for Pop Culture Canada. So that's Sunday, and then on the 10th of this month, Pop Culture again in Orangeville.
Mm.
On the 17th, Pop Culture Napanee.
I might see you there if I get back, and I don't want to see.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
long drive, man.
I know, I know.
Um,
I want to bring the new setup and test it out. You know what I mean?
do it, man. Do it. And then on the 22nd to the 25th, I'll be joining at Gotham Central at Anime North.
Oh, right. Oh,
Cool.
right. Okay. That means I got to buy tickets when I get back.
So Anime North, and then last but not least, our Niagara Falls at the end of the month.
Yeah, Niagara Falls Comic Con.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it that's why I'm kind of like trying to reserve as much energy as I can for the upcoming weekend.
Yeah. So your weekend's all your weekend's all booked.
Oh yeah.
Your weekend's all booked. So yeah. If you guys are welcome to run the show next week because I'm not going to be here next week, or we'll just postpone it for the week after.
Yeah,
Right.
we can just postpone it.
Yeah. So I'll be off this whole week. Once I get back, I guess I'll find out if I got the Stranger Thing stuff gig, and I'm sure I'll find out how many of the Star Wars cards got rejected or not. And I'm sure they'll send me more Star Wars cards, right? So I'm trying to the other stuff I'm trying to do is get the Garbage Pail Kids.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, that would be fun. I didn't know Tops did that. I thought that was GP something. Yeah, I thought that was a different company, but apparently Tops run the Garbage Pail Kids stuff. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so all we have to do is just submit. I have the contact info from them or something like that. So that set doesn't pay very well, but they give out APs, which is kind of nice, right?
What's up, man?
APs are artist proofs for anybody out there. So for that set. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I'll see everybody at these events, except for this weekend. Yeah, anybody in Ontario, I'll see you guys locally somehow, some way or another. But especially Niagara Falls. Yeah, and also if you guys get a chance, hit up Comics for Curing Cancer. Great event. Their Instagram's right there. That information is also in the show note. It is a great, what do you call it? It is great charity. 100% of proceeds go directly. So you can find out the event that's happening at Heroes Con, all the other stuff. It is an official campaign for the American Cancer Society. So if you guys get a chance to donate, please donate. If you can't donate, share the link, share the message, and all that stuff. And that is pretty much it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Great night. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Hey.
Right, guys.
All right, so I'm going to end it now. Ending stream.